we are doing to the forest of the world is but a mirror of reflection of what we are doing to ourselves and to one another. This is a famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Good morning to everyone. Today we are here to present on the conservation of forest. What are forests? A forest is that area which is covered with trees, plants and animals. Most of the animals are living in the forest and it is important for us to survive. Forests are helpful for human also can be available in any of the places in the whole world. There are a lot of types of forests but mainly we are concentrating on 4 types of forests, that is tropical evergreen forest, tropic temperate deciduous forest, coniferous forest and taiga forest. Let us come to tropical evergreen forest. The tropical rainforests are contain the greatest diversity of species of all biomes on the ground. So winter is missing in these forests. The soil precipitation often lead to the nutrition of nutrients from the soil, which causes poor food, poor soil. Animals over here are birds, bats, monkeys, serpents and other animals are found in tropical rainforest. Temperate deciduous forest. So this is located in the eastern United States and Canada. So the climate over here is 4 different seasons, that is deciduous forests are precipitations fall during rain during the summer, summer and autumn and snow in winter. The soil in these forests is very prolific. So there are a lot of animals and plants found here. Location of coniferous forests. So coniferous forests are those forests which is present in the coastal areas with warm winter and heavy storms. For example, the Pacific Northwest of the Indian states and America. Taiga forest. This is the type of northern forest that lies between 50 and 60 degree latitude. Boreal forests are long winters and short summers. Another name of taiga forests are boreal forests. So they have a precipitation is snowy and forests are annual rainfall ranking from 15 to 40 centimeter. All stakeholders must participate in the gains and losses of any particular situation. This is the words by Christine Lagarde. So let us look at what a stakeholder is. A stakeholder is someone with an interest or concern in something. First, 4 stakeholders of forest are the forest department of the government, which owns the forest land and controls the resources from the forest. Second one, industrialists who use various forest products for their factories. Forest and wildlife activities who can want to see the forest of their original form. And the fourth one is people who live in and around the forest and are dependent on the forest produce to lead their life.
Cage trees. It plays an important role in the history of forest management. Cage tree is the golden tree of Indian desert aimed at protecting and conserving the trees and forests of arid and semi-arid areas. It is a symbol of social economic development of the arid region. It is a nitrogen fixer which improves soil quality. It is taproot system, so it helps in stabilizing the sandy deserts, soil and in shifting sand dunes. People's involvement in forest management is very important. One such example for people's participation in forest management is Chipko movement. Chipko movement is also known as the Hug the Tree movement. It was organized by the people in Kejrali village of Rajasthan in 1730. In the village, 363 Bishnois sacrificed their lives while protecting green Kejri that was considered sacred by the community. This movement was led by Sundarlal Bahuguna in Rajasthan. Sustainable management of forest is an important factor as we obtain many things from forest, from wood to air. Sustainable management of forest can be defined as the stewardship and use of forest and forest land in a way and at a rate that maintains their biodiversity, productivity, regeneration, capacity, vitality and their potential to fulfill now and in the future relevant ecological, economic and social functions at local, national and global levels, and that does not cause damage to the ecosystem. And the sustainable forest management has to keep the balance between three main pillars: ecological, economic, and socio-cultural.
How to conserve forests. Here we are briefly explaining 8 points to conserve forests. First one, regulated and planning cutting of trees. In the protection of forests, we should have a regulated and planning in cutting of trees. The trees of same age group can be cut down in a selected area and then marked for replantation. Second one, control over forest fire. Destruction or loss of forest by fire is fairly common because trees are highly exposed to fire, and once started it becomes difficult to control. There must be trained staff firefighters to control the forest fire. Reforestation and afforestation. For afforestation, selection of trees should be according to local geographical conditions, and care must be taken during initial growth of trees. Fourth one, check over forest clearance for agriculture and habitation processes. Most of the present-day agricultural land was once forested and then cleared for the use of agriculture. This should be checked and green belts around cities be developed. Fifth one, proper utilization of forest and forest products. Forests can be developed as tourist centers. The concept of game sanctuary and national parks are best ways for forest conservation. Sixth one, role of government in forest conservation. Although the government of India or our country is very particular about conservation of its forest resources and has several rules and laws for protection of forests, but they are not implemented in an effective manner. Seventh, forest management. Management of forest resources is the key to all conservation of forest efforts. Eighth and the last point, protection of forest resources. We should protect the resources within the forest without disturbing its natural habitat.
Innovative ideas to protect forest. First one, invasive species. It is a decentralized system that eliminates harmful and invasive species. Second one, super farming. It is a farming method that takes land use pressure off forests by providing substantially large crop yield with lower energy expenditure. Third one, green stands. It is a tree tracking app which creates a digital link between tree growers and tree founders. It is an open source, community driven software platform that enables users to earn income by growing trees. Fourth one, Black Sheep. It is a regenerative agroforestry company that protects the jungle of Costa Rica through the cultivation and sale of highest quality lumber. Fifth one, forest regeneration. It is a cost-effective method that would be widely utilized to restore existing forests and establish new ones. This includes the use of technology such as drone to plant seed and consequently take care of those growing forests over time. Sixth one, global transparency. It is a system that will provide traceability and transparency of forest-related activities such as illegal logging, etc. Seventh one, Wild Chain. It is a climate action tool that lets you adopt wildlife and plant trees to cut your carbon footprints and support real-world conservation effort all within a mobile game. Eighth one, With One Seed. It is a community-led forestry combining action to address deforestation and climate change with building village-based economies in Timor-Leste through international carbon markets. Latest news. In India, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs constituted Committee on Community Forest Resource Guideline. On March 4, 2020, the Union Ministry of Tribal Affairs recently constituted a committee under N.C. Saxena, former member of Planning Commission of India. The committee will examine and recommend community forest resource CFR guidelines. The committee has been constituted under Forest Rights Act of 2006.
Forests are among the world's most productive land-based ecosystems and are essential to life on Earth. The United Nations Strategic Plan for Forests 2030 provides a global framework for actions at all levels to sustainably manage all types of forests and trees outside forests and to halt deforestation and forest degradation. The historic agreement on the strategic plan was forged at a special session of the United Nations Forum on Forests in January 2017 and subsequently adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in April 2017. At the heart of the strategic plan are 6 global forest goals and 26 associated targets to be achieved by 2030. The United Nations Forum on Forests is a functional commission of the United Nations Economic and Social Council with universal membership. The forum is composed of all member states of the United Nations and member states of specialized agencies. Since its inception in 2000, the forum has reached numerous milestones including agreement on the first United Nations Forest Instrument in 2007, establishment of the Global Forest Financing Facilitation Network in 2015, and agreement on the first United Nations Strategic Plan for Forest 2030 in 2017. First global forest goal is to reverse the loss of forest cover worldwide through sustainable forest management, including protection, restoration, afforestation, and reforestation, and increase efforts to prevent forest degradation and contribute to the global effort of addressing climate change. Second global forest goal is to enhance forest-based economic, social, and environmental benefits by including improving the livelihoods of forest-dependent people. Third global forest goal is to increase significantly the area of protected forests worldwide and other areas of sustainably managed forests as well as the proportion of forest products from sustainably managed forests. Fourth global forest goal is to mobilize significantly increased new and additional financial resources from all sources for the implementation of sustainable forest management and strengthen scientific and technical cooperation and partnerships. Fifth global forest goal is to promote government frameworks to implement sustainable forest management, including through the United Nations Forest Instrument, and enhance the contribution of forests to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Sixth global forest goal is to enhance cooperation, coordination, coherence, and synergies on forest-related issues at all levels, including within the United Nations system and across member organizations of the collaborative partnership on forests as well as across sectors and relevant stakeholders. Thank you all for your patient listening. Once again, thank you and have a great day ahead.